Okay. Now live with man like Ezro, you know. Up on the
Trust me,
Train
man.
Podcast, Volume 1. How you feeling today, bro?
Bless, man. Big up, fam. Thank you for having me, innit?
You know what I'm saying? Got a
Yeah.
lot to talk about. You see these things, yeah? The amount of preparation I've put into this, bro. Like,
Yeah. I hear you still. I see it as well.
it's not easy, is it?
Yeah, trust me, bud.
So let me get straight like into your music, growing up, like the struggles and everything like that. And how you actually managed to have like a year where you put out what? 2 projects in 2018, Me Versus Me,
Yeah.
Swimming in the Blue, and then last year, Ghost in the Blue.
Yeah.
But let's talk about like, you know, just growing up in London, you know, your influences, the struggles, and how you actually managed to, you know, stay productive. So yeah, run into it, man.
But it's just like, it's just natural, innit? Because
Yeah.
this is where I've grown up. So, like, all the things I do, it's kind of like a regular pattern for me now. So it's like, it was a struggle, like you were saying, talking about a struggle, but I wouldn't really like say it was much of a struggle because like, I actually appreciate the stuff the kind of hardship in it because it actually built my character, built me to be the person who I am. So yeah, it's just a pattern in it.
But see, like, I'm from Manchester, innit? And I feel like if I was back in Manchester now, like I probably would have been like, you know, settled down with kids, had a house where probably paying rent and it's a lot cheaper. See, in London, yeah, just to even get a house or to pay rent or even contribute to rent, it's hard. So when I'm talking about the struggle, I'm talking about how do these, you know, factors come in and how do you find time, you know, for your music though? Like how do you actually bridge the gap between like, you know, working and actually going into studio and then actually writing music as well? How do you actually find the time to do this? Because for me, putting this podcast together, man's had to plan, man's had to work around his job, man's had to develop a website, everything like that. So just break that down, man.
No, I hear you. You know what it is? It's like, if you got a passion to do something, then it's like, the time to find to do it it's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Because you know that's what you're supposed to be doing in reality.
Yeah.
Like, not supposed to be going to this job that you don't really like, whatever. You're supposed to be doing what you're passionate about. So it's like, that's why you're doing this thing now, fam. You know, because you know this is what you want to do. That's why I'm going to the studio or do music.
Yeah.
It's like, I know what I'm supposed to do, but obviously you have to do other stuff as well to like kind of aid what you want to do. So just works hand in hand. You just have to find the balance.
So going into like a next topic, what are like your inspirations then? Maybe something more uplifting, you know what I'm saying? Instead of talking about, you know, struggling and
No,
just putting, you know, a downer on, you know, the festive period, you know.
No, I'll say like inspirations, like trying to think, because I listen to like
Who's your favourite
a
artist?
lot of. I don't really have a favourite artist, to be honest. I can't like pinpoint one person. If I was, to be honest, it would probably be my brother.
Swear.
If I'm gonna lie, I'm Ace.
Ace.
I like Ace, blood. Like,
Man gave it government and I'm sorry.
just you.
But yeah, like,
But yeah, fam, that's probably like my main inspiration, to be honest, because like I've grown up, I've seen him do music since I was young, so it's like everything he was doing, I'm kind of like seeing what he's doing, and then I'm learning as I'm going. So it's like,
so you emulate.
now that I've grown up, like, I've kind of emulated everything he's done. So now that I've grown up, I've taken all the skills he's had. Then now I kind of like know what I'm doing in music, and like, that's how I was able to progress kind of like fast.
Yeah, I hear that still. So I'm not no MC, and you just like kind of led on to my next topic with what you were saying about your brother being an inspiration. What is it like shutting down the show on like maybe One Extra? Was it for Sion Anderson?
Yeah, that was, I think, like last year, start of last year. Like, see, that for us, that's just like normal for us, innit? So it's like, it just comes naturally because we've been doing sets from like probably like 4 years ago now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, probably like 4 years ago. So it's like, doing sets like that is kind of like, it's easy for us. That's why like Vision Crew, we don't really even do sets anymore because we need to move on
No, I hear that
from
still.
just doing sets, spitting bars.
Yeah.
Because it's not really about spitting bars to your heart's finished. It's about actually making the music and giving people content so they can see it back in the future.
No, I hear that
But
still.
anytime, whatever.
Talking about like studios and maybe sets, watching you, man, Vision Crew on what it says, Spirals thing.
Yeah.
Nah, I think like showing it down. Like, see, like in Vision Crew, you got is it Wakai, yourself, Pascal, Cody, and is it Tiz?
And Taz.
Taz. Yeah. If you like were to maybe give them each one like positive word, what was to describe them, what would it be? So if I was to say Wakai is
Wakai, I just say he's like, he's a smart guy, innit?
Yeah.
He's kind of like, he won't talk too much here, but you just know he's focused in it from every word he speaks. It's like, you won't speak for no reason. When he speaks, there's actually a reason to what he's saying. So it's like, that's why I appreciate him. So
yeah. Wait, is he a producer as well?
Yeah, he's a producer as well.
Yeah, I see his name on production credits and everything when I was looking through the SoundCloud and stuff. Like, Wakai, sick guy.
Yeah,
so what about Pascal?
Pascal, I'll just say that it's like, to be honest, this is what I'm gonna say, innit? Because I could go through all the man them and say stuff about them, but it's a thing where it's like all the man them are kind of the same, innit? So it's like everything I say to the man about the man them, like what I said about Wakai is the same thing I could say about Pascal.
No, it's only because we didn't want to chat about the other man.
No, being real, because it's all like, that's how you even came together, because all the characteristics are kind of similar, but at the same time we're different, innit? Just because of like the music we make and what we've been through in life. So it's like, I don't know, we're all just kind of similar, I could say, because if you even if you're just around us, you'll see that these men are similar, like they all do the same thing.
Nah, it's proper still. It's proper. Like all you come across as like quite mature in it. Like there's so many messages within how can I say it? Maybe grime, negative, drill music. But when I listen to your things, it seems more. You have a bit more pride, I would say. Like you don't really let stupid things get said on your tracks, or you're not really just, like you said before with sets, you're not just doing it for the sake of it anymore. Like everything has a bit of substance. But I'll just mention like grime and drill and maybe trap. Like, do you think like someone who doesn't listen to them three genres might get them all mixed up as one? Because like, I'm not gonna lie, Vision Crew kind of reignited my passion for like grime again. You know what I'm saying? Like listening to it. But when I'm listening to like some of the songs, I'm like, is this a trap song? Is it like, or is it like a drill song? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
So like, is it all being merged because it's like a similar like tempo now, or is it like, can you still like break it down? Like, how would you see it? Because
like the way I see it is like, it's all music, innit?
Yeah.
Like people just want something to identify with, like just to make themselves comfortable, innit? So they want to put a label on this, say, this is drill, this is trap, this is grime, this is hip hop. But at the end of the day, it's all urban culture, innit? So for me, I don't even see the genres, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I'm an artist as well. I just make what I want to make. Like, other people put the labels onto it. But the labels onto it don't even matter, because at the end of the day, it's just about the music, and it's how it makes you feel, whatever.
Yeah, hey.
Like, people just like to have the conversation, to be honest, more than anything.
Yep.
So that's why people are kind of labeling it certain stuff where it might not be certain stuff. But at the same time, it's people that are outside the culture trying to label it certain things.
Yeah.
And the people outside the culture, they're trying to influence what's inside the culture. So it's like, the people inside the culture are getting confused now. Yeah. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, so you're saying like outside influences and like maybe bigger people who are promoting these things are saying this is one thing and it should be one thing, and then whereas people who are quite original and had it maybe at heart originally, or it should be there, and are like, oh, maybe it's completely something different, and they're now re-identifying what it is, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Like, exactly what you're saying, but for a person like me, yeah, it's like, as I said before, like I just make music, innit?
Yeah.
I don't even care about the labels, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just make what I want to make. Whatever I'm influenced by, it might be a certain genre, but at the end of the day, I just make what I want to make. I don't even put a label onto it.
Like creative freedom.
Yeah.
Nah, I respect it so much, and like, I don't know how you're doing this, yeah, but you're always like veering off into a path where I want to go onto. It's kind of like man psychic or something.
Right.
But like, I was gonna like talk about, you know, your approach to, you know, diversity within your music and like having maybe different angles. Certain songs, was it like Mountains? You're not just actually spitting, you're actually doing vocals, isn't it? I'm sure like that was produced by Young Jin as well.
Yeah, Young Jin.
So like, tell me about like maybe going away from, because it relates to the last question as well, going away from like, or maybe mixing genres or not, maybe being able to identify what certain things are. So tell me about now, like how you're kind of mixing melodies with like 120 BPM or 130 and over 140 BPM as well.
You know, it is like before I was doing like melodies and stuff. Yeah, I'm just like, as I said before, we were just spitting bars in it. But at a point, yeah, it just gets to the point where it's like, I can't really do this. You have to see what's going on within the culture, innit?
Yeah.
And like, adding melody to my thing, I was like, raw. I didn't think I could do it. But then, to be honest, it's people like my brother Ace, and Scam. They're the ones that are kind of push me
Big
to
up Scam still.
Yeah, big up Scam. They're the ones to push me to like actually expand my sound.
Yeah.
Because now that I've added melodies to my sound, it's more universal now.
Yeah.
People that don't listen to all the rap stuff, they'll listen to my tunes now because like it's got melody to it. It's something that they can understand without even understanding. If that makes sense.
Yeah, like,
and obviously right now it's limited. I'm talking from like the perspective of I've made so many tunes now, like that's not even out, so I'm kind of ahead of the time. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
To what's actually out there, because what's out there is mostly stuff that's just me rapping. Yeah. Few melodies here and there.
Yeah. No, really. Like, so when you're saying it's like you're saying it's attracting more people, like you do melodies and like more people listening to your music and stuff like that. So what about like music videos? Like, you see Wealth?
Yeah.
Like, is that on what platform is that on?
That's on my own channel.
On your own channel?
Yeah.
And you got, what I noticed on SoundCloud, you got 7,000 listens on that. And did it on your own. Well, I researched it.
I think so.
I think I was looking at that yesterday. I ain't seen
it recently, but probably.
Yeah, so I was looking at it yesterday, like 7,000 listens, and I'm thinking, wow, like that's actually sick. But do you think that is in because of the correlation of producing a music video for a track like that? Like,
yeah, I think it's like, yeah, it is. It does have a correlation with the music video, but at the same time, it's the actual song as well. Yeah. But the music video definitely helps it, innit? But the route that I took, like, with Wealth and even Me Versus Me, it was more just an independent route to just, like, give it to the people that listen to me, even though the audience ain't as big as it's gonna be yet. Yeah. That like Wealth and Me Versus Me was just for the people that stayed with me after Ghost in the Blue. Yeah. Because Ghost in the Blue was pushed more than Me Versus Me.
Let me see, when you rap Ghost in the Blue, it was at 217, and then Wealth came out.
Probably came out like
218.
No, I'm trying to think. Like the end of 2017, I released a video.
So what you're saying about Wealth and Ghost in the Blue? Just remind me again.
I'm saying that like I've released Wealth, but that was just independently, just by myself. Okay. I've released Wealth, done the video for it by myself, and then Me Versus Me was the project that included Wealth in it.
Okay, cool.
So it's like all of that project, I did it myself. Right. And obviously before that, Ghost in the Blue was pushed with Trapdoor as well, Trapdoor Records.
Okay, cool. So just leading on to that then, you've been approached to be signed before?
No, not to be signed as a whole, but just signing projects. Yeah. Like I've been working with Trapdoor I'm still working with them now. I'm gonna release something soon with them.
Yeah.
And I've been working with Logan Sama as well. That's more with Vision Crew, innit?
Okay, cool.
So like they're the two main ones, but ultimately I'm just trying to kind of do it independently, which is like it's a harder route, but I see what's going on, so it's like that's the route I'm gonna take, innit?
What, do you listen to like bare podcasts and that where
I
man
see.
are telling you about do this thing yourself?
Yeah, it's not even just watching a podcast like that. That helps it, but it's actually like when you're actually doing it, it's like, raw, you're seeing everything now, like what you're actually supposed to be doing. Like, you could do it for a major label, but it just depends what you really want, innit? If you want ownership to your things, then you have to take the harder route, innit?
No, I fully understand. So since you're now, would say, you're in the industry now, like, what do you see? What makes it? How can I say? Is there anything what makes it off-putting? Now you're like working harder and like trying to put more music out there, opposed to what you didn't see when you wasn't, involved.
Yeah, like.
And once I continue talking, I'm gonna just set up something. Keep talking though, like.
No, there's defo stuff that's off-putting, but you know what it is? It's like, that's just how it is, innit? That's how things are. So it's like, I can't really complain about certain things because this is like the way things have been set up before I've been here.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't come in and start trying to change stuff instantly when I ain't even like, I ain't got a major influence right now.
Yeah.
There's a little influence there, but I ain't got a major influence to come in and be like, raw, I don't like this, so I'm gonna change it. So it's like, I just have to accept things how they are.
Yeah.
And just do as much as I can from my position.
Yeah. But like, with that being said though, don't let it be like, in my eyes, like, don't get complacent or like, like, sometimes change is good and like, you might not know you have that change. So you can be a powerful guy, like, just keep it up and like, just keep grafting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say your favourite track is today? What's your biggest track today?
What, favourite or biggest?
I would say your favourite track today.
Favourite? I don't even know, to be honest. I'm trying to think now. If I would say from off the top of my head, it would probably be Sent by the Gods.
Sent by the Gods?
Yeah, that was on Me Versus Me.
Okay.
That's out of what's released, innit?
I like Hearses, with
with
Vision Crew.
Yeah, that's a big tune as well, trust me.
I think Hearses is wavy. One sec, just stay there. I just wanna load up this thing. Hold on. Get me there. That should be fine still. For those just tuning in now, Train Podcast episode 1. You know what I'm saying? Just here with Ezro and that. These blinds are looking mad. Anyway. Yeah, carry on though. So, man's here with Ezro, just talking about music, culture in London and that, and just, growing up, trial tribulations, influences, and stuff like that. So, like, I'm gonna just, continue about, influences. What's it like, maybe seeing, pioneers of grime or pioneers of like maybe drill music not necessarily doing what they started off doing? Like, I'm not saying it's a good thing to, box everyone in to a category. But when I'm saying this, like, for people who are a bit younger, how old are you again?
20.
20. So when did you actually start listening to grime? Because, this is how much older?
Yeah, 9 years older than me.
So what's your first reference to, like, grime music? Or even hip-hop?
It's probably from when I was probably, like, now that I think back on it, it's probably when I was mad young. Like, probably even, like, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I can't put a certain name onto the tune that I've heard because them times I can't even really remember too far back when I'm 5 years old. But I remember just being in the house. Obviously, my brother Ace, he was doing music at them times. So it's like all the music he was listening to, not even just him, all my other brothers and sisters. It's like, raw, man's listening to all this sound. Then as I grew up, like, I wasn't even into music. I didn't even want to really do music like that.
Yeah.
But then obviously it's like certain place and time.
You were producing first, innit?
Yeah, I was producing first.
Yeah. Because I was doing research. You doing what was it? You did Spirit Bomb, a few other things as well. But what was it like? Maybe work with AJ.
Yeah, it was good, man. Like, obviously, that was just like a kind of like, not a one-off track. Like, we did like 2 tracks, but that was just like a period of time. So it's like, I was thinking in my head, I can keep producing for people, but that's not what I really want to do. It's like, I'm more of an artist myself.
Yeah, Scam was talking.
I need to kind of project myself out.
Yeah.
And then kind of come back to the producing thing.
Yeah.
Because at the moment right now, like, producers, like, they ain't really getting the respect they deserve in the UK scene right now. And that's just how it is, innit? Unless you market yourself correctly and know what you're doing, like, you're not really gonna get what you actually want out of producing. Like, it's hard. It's so hard. It's not so hard. Like, you can send beats out to artists, do all of that, yeah. But it's like, to be honest, it's what you want personally, innit? For me, I'm more of an artist, so
yeah,
I kind of just produce for myself, for the man them.
Yeah.
And that's it, really.
Alright, cool. Who's the best producer in the circle then? Like, no, that's an arrogant thing to say, you know. That's like me setting you up, innit?
Yeah,
I would say who is one of the most forward MCs or one of the most out of the box producers in the group. Then out of the man them like Wakai, Ezro, Pascal, Goldie, and T.
It's only me, Pascal, and Wakai that are producing. So to be honest, it's probably Wakai. I can't even lie, because like, he'll send me some beat shares, like, you don't even know what to name this.
Yeah.
You know, like that. So it's like, raw. This is kind of just a new thing.
And Wakai produced the beat what you did the freestyle on for me, innit?
I think so. Yeah, I can't even remember too well.
Was it like a I think it was like a Dipset remix kind of thing?
Yeah,
I know it's like a classic.
It was. I can't even remember, but it was probably one of them old school tunes.
Yeah, I think it was.
But yeah, it was Wakai still.
Yeah. We're talking about like early like grime influences for me. Like, I didn't finish that kind of subject in it. My first introduction to grime was probably like Dizzy Rascal, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like way ago, and like I still even play first albums, you know what I'm saying? So like when I listen to it, I'm just like, to me it's like, this sounds like grime. Like, I like the roughness of it, and that's my first reference point. I'll tell you a funny story, yeah? I had a boy in high school, I'm not gonna mention him, but he actually came into high school spitting my man's bars, before I actually like do it with Dizzy in it.
Yeah,
so I'm like, rah, like, man, your bars are sick. And then I hear Dizzy's thing now. I'm like, rah, like, my boy in school has been cutting the whole thing.
Yeah, trust me, man.
Like, probably favourite producers, like, not gonna lie, like, I probably like New Ham Gems a lot, you know, when it comes to grime production, you know. New Ham Gems, I think it's FaZe. It's FaZe Miyake.
Yeah, FaZe Miyake's wavy.
I like Teddy. I think there's a good couple, like, even like Skepta's early productions, Jamie's early productions, you know what I'm saying? Wiley, man. I'll talk about Wiley stuff. You keep up with social media like that, like with what's going on with like Wiley.
Yeah, I do, but it's like, I try not even to tune in. Like, I'll come on social media. It's mostly just to like promote my stuff, innit?
Yeah.
I see what's going on quickly, but then after that, I just have to get on with my day, because it's like, you can get lost in that world, innit? And it's not actually the real world. So it's like, I can't get lost in that world. I have to do what's in the real world, innit?
What do you think is album promotion or something, or do you think it's like marketing?
What do you mean?
Like, every time you see like a new artist, kind of like, not a new artist, like,
I know what you mean.
All the guys them like beefing or like cussing out each other, like, there's always gonna be a project, and then like, obviously, long story short,
I hear you, but at the same time, it could be that, but it could be a real problem as well, innit?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know, innit? Like, I'm not within their circle, so I would never know, innit? So, because they're in the public eye, innit? Could just be like, raw, well, boys, we had a problem.
Yeah, I would love
just depends how you want to deal with it, innit?
Like, obviously not my business. I'm not ready to like here to talk about it. It's not my problem. It's not my, Interest. I come from Manchester, innit? So talking about like distance, innit? Talking about distance. You guys ever gonna tour?
Huh?
Ever gonna tour? Like Vision
Yeah,
Crew?
definitely.
Like a Vision Crew tour?
Yeah, definitely. Like even next year, I'm trying to set up like something where man's going around Europe, innit?
Yeah. What countries?
Off head, I'm thinking like Amsterdam, France. They're the two main ones I'm just trying to head to, innit? So
That's okay. Smoke the love
obviously,
in Amsterdam,
yeah, trust me. Obviously, I'm gonna try expand it further than that, but just them two for now. I'm just focusing on. So I'm gonna try pattern something up probably like end of next year, innit? When I have more stuff out.
So what about more like a homegrown tour, like stuff around the UK then? You done anything around the UK yet?
Yeah, we've had like loads of shows. We've mostly had shows in London, innit?
Yeah.
Like we've had a few outside, but it's mostly in London, innit? But obviously we're trying to get more shows just anywhere, innit? Like
expand
we'll do shows anywhere, innit? Don't matter, like.
Yeah, get out there, man. Like,
trust me.
This, you know, I mean, North Londoners who think London is the whole of the UK. You know.
I know people
mad,
like, get stuck in like London, like even their mindset they don't think like raw. Even if I drive like an hour away, I'm outside London, innit? It's a different perspective, innit?
Yeah.
It's different people, like you can get trapped in the mindset of just staying in London.
Yeah.
Cause even this year I've been outside of London like so many times, innit? And it's like it's changed my mindset because I'm like raw. Not everyone thinks how I think. Not everyone is in the same culture that I am.
Yeah, no.
So it's like
saying OT.
you have to flipping. You have to just see that there's different perspectives in it.
Yeah.
And that even influences like what I even say on tracks and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I can't just be catering to people that live inside my borough.
Yeah.
Because it's more than that. It's bigger than that.
Yeah. So like, is like London a place where you plan to stay all your life, or where would you ideally like to live? Since you're talking about like traveling, movement, and how far like your sound can take you.
Yeah. No, I'm not even really trying to stay in London all my life. I can't lie.
I don't know if I even want a mortgage here, bro. Like.
Yeah. No, I definitely want like my own properties and stuff here, innit? But
yeah,
I would like to move out, innit?
Yeah.
Really and truly, innit?
Yeah.
Like I was even thinking I want to go to St. Lucia, innit? Because that's where my mom's from, innit?
You move back to yard?
I'll move back there, innit?
Swear
down.
Right.
And even I'll go to flipping Nigeria, innit? That's where my dad's from as well, so either one of them, I'll go back to them, innit?
You mentioned your culture, bar still. So St. Lucia or Nigeria?
Yeah. Because obviously, my parents came from them countries, so it's like, they came from them countries to get out of a certain situation, innit?
Yeah.
So it's like, I've been given the opportunity to live in London, build something now, innit?
Yeah.
So it's like, I need to go back and give something back, innit?
No, I hear that still. You hear about like, what I love about like, there's not a lot of like big guys who give back, and like I'm obviously on YouTube a lot, so I know these things.
Yeah.
Like, stupid reference point to make, but like I see Akon building stuff.
Yeah, I see that as well. Trust me.
I think that's inspirational. Like,
yeah,
I don't think there's a lot of like artists will actually speak up. Some man just take the money, go into hiding, buy a house, but like to actually go out of your comfort zone, give back to your culture.
That's
what
I'm saying.
Man giving back, trying to give back electricity out there.
That's what I'm saying. From that's stuff
and
that I would.
Things, you know.
That's what stuff I would like to do, innit? But obviously you have to be in a certain position, have a certain amount of money to even think of them kind of things, innit?
Yeah.
Because that's like a dream for him, innit? For him to be like, raw.
Yeah.
I'm putting electricity back in the villages and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
Like, not everyone can do that. Not everyone has that motivation to even help other people to do that, innit? And that's not even something that's right or wrong, innit? It's just how the person's feeling.
I think it is a beautiful thing to, you know, just give back to, you know, your culture and just understand, you know, where you come from. Just a proud thing to do.
Yeah, trust me, definitely.